Doesn't support Sam Ekpa. Is that what you are saying? That Sam Ekpa is not his supporter and he's not a supporter of Sam Ekpa?
This interview was scheduled impromptu and I had to rush to come in here. I didn't come in here to discuss Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu. I thought, okay, fine. I thought I was coming here to discuss legalities. I'm Nnamdi Kanu's lead counsel. I'm waiting for you to ask me questions about the injustice being done to Nnamdi Kanu, and you're asking me other questions. I don't think I should address those ones. It's beyond my scope.
Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, so we have come again to tell you that wotoporiously, in fact, and our Prime Minister Egu because of anointing. Number one, it's in a love Nnamdi Kanu and you want Biafra. You will know that what Simon Ekpa is doing is not out of hand. Oh, what the same thing. Exactly the same thing Nnamdi Kanu make this guy name. But Ndiofobi are now accusing him, alleging him of causing insecurity. Or what the same way the governors Nnamdi Kanu allege that no cause over the insecurity in the southeast. And that was even why Fulani people started placing bounty on him until they captured him. Yet insecurity continued because the root cause of insecurity is Fulani herdsmen and Nigerian army and police in the southeast. These are the root cause of insecurity. So this is the second time that Aloy Ejimakor is bouncing anything concerning Simon Ekpa, but not because he does not want to, or he cannot talk about him, but he doesn't want to be insulted. He doesn't want anybody that will run him down, because Simon Ekpa they run anybody down. Reason being that he has followers now, and it seems he's doing the biddings of people that want this restoration, not IPOBO, not DOS, because now obviously they are now the enemies of truth, enemies of the liberation they are talking about before, enemies of Nnamdi Kanu freedom. I'm telling you the truth, and that's how it is. Let's join this full interview of Aloy Ejimakor in AIT television. Thank you.
I can bring peace to the southeast. These were the words of the incarcerated leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, shortly after his bail was denied on Tuesday. Nnamdi Kanu has been in and out of detention since October 2015 for what the government has described as anti-state activities. Since then, the southeast region has been a hotbed of violence, with various groups blaming the rise in conflict on Kanu's continued incarceration. This is what he had to say following his appearance in court on Tuesday.
Anybody committing crime cannot go scot-free. I swear it. They cannot go scot-free. Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm in DSS. That's what if I said no idiot can try this rubbish, and they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity. Yes, correct. They are making money with it. They know now the Kanu is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the East and any idiot to counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you. So, nobody can.
Sir, are you
I'm Nnamdi Kanu. No. Who's the idiot? Rubbish. No, don't.
Joining us in the studio is Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, Kanu's lead counsel. Thank you for joining us on AIT.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Now, quickly, is Nnamdi Kanu trying to walk the system, the judicial system, by impressing his relevance on peace in the southeast?
Yes. First of all, we're happy that for the first time since he was renditioned in 2021 and detained, yesterday was the first time he had a full opportunity, ample opportunity to speak to the media. It's been us lawyers speaking for him. So it was the turning point. The next big thing that happened yesterday, that he spoke to the media and he made himself very clear. And I'm happy Nigerians listening to him, and they've had what he had to say about insecurity in the Southeast, which is key to what happened in court yesterday that made us very unhappy. Everybody else knows this except the presiding judge. This was one of the reasons why we had to bring a fresh application for his bail, in order to see how we can, through the process of court, assist in combating or containing that insecurity in Southeast.
Okay, Nnamdi Kanu has called for violence in the past on his Radio Biafra platform. So on both security persons and citizens alike. So why the turnaround saying that if he gets bail, he can assure that there will be peace in the
No,
Southeast?
you are totally wrong. He never called for violence. He called for self-defense.
Because we can clearly see that you can in 2020 the End SARS protest. If you Google it now, you can get that information on when he called for an attack on the governor Sanwo-Olu and some other.
No, I recall an interview he did with the Ovation magazine publisher. What's his name again? Ovation magazine publisher. That was an interview he did with him. I remember his name before we finished. He did an interview because of what you just said, the misunderstanding, the misconception, the misrepresentation of what he had said during NSAS. So he clarified himself. He was calling for self-defense of the Southeast and for people to employ self-defense to defend themselves against those that are living the insecurity in the country.
Okay, so let's just say, okay, if his intentions are genuine, how does he hope to achieve this peace?
Well, his personality, force of personality is sufficient. He's a man with millions of followers. His voice is very strong in this country. He cannot take that away from him. His sheer force of character, his charisma, and his capacity to rally people to do the right thing. Those things are key to combating this insecurity, and he can do it.
He clearly does have a lot of supporters, and some of his supporters are complicit in asking for violence, preaching violence. People like Sam Ekpa. What's your take on that?
Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention since 2021, and they are trying to make him responsible for what is happening out there that he doesn't have anything to do with.
Okay.
He cannot be guilty by association.
Okay. Let's get back to the beginning. If as he's incarcerated now,
hold on. The people that you assuming to be his supporters, some are genuine, some are not. Some are credible, some are not. You cannot attribute anybody to Nnamdi Kanu. That stands to say he's a supporter.
Okay. There have been violence. There have been violence perpetrated in the Southeast, and there have been links to his continued detention. They have been linked to his detention. So how can you say that these supporters are not his supporters, or they are not?
Okay.
And even if they are not his supporters, as he's incarcerated, his supporters are not listening to him. So how are we sure that him getting bail will mean that his supporters?
Okay, you see, you are attributing what people say, what people do to Nnamdi Kanu out there. It's very unfair. He spoke up for himself yesterday. He said he's not in support of any violence and criminality. And I think he should be taken at his word. The witch cried at night and the baby died in the morning doesn't necessarily mean that the witch killed the baby. So if somebody says, I'm involved in violence because I'm Nnamdi Kanu's supporter, you take it at face value, it's unfair and it's being disingenuous. At the same time, I think it's what Nnamdi Kanu says. If he claims such a person for himself, if he supports what that person is doing, then you can attribute it to him, but not as he didn't. And he made it clear yesterday that he doesn't.
Okay. So the sit-at-home position in the Southeast is bleeding the country. What is Nnamdi Kanu's position on this sit-at-home?
He did not speak to it yesterday, but there's something you need to understand. There are millions of people in the Southeast that are not happy with Nnamdi Kanu's detention. It has gone beyond IPOB. The entire Southeast is roiling. Igbos are not happy. He's being detained illegally. You should know that since 2021. Millions of people are not happy, and if they react by sitting at home on Mondays, you cannot go and drag them out of their houses. In the past, he had made it clear to the public that he no longer wished anybody to sit at home for him. But if people volunteer on their own to sit at home on Mondays to put pressure for his release, you shouldn't blame them, and you shouldn't blame Nnamdi Kanu either. It underscores his popularity, and it also underscores the manifest injustice that has been done to him.
So he doesn't support Nnamdi Kanu. I'm sorry, he doesn't support Sam Ekpa. Is that what you are saying? That Sam Ekpa is not his supporter, and he's not a supporter of Sam Ekpa?
This interview was scheduled impromptu, and I had to rush to come in here. I didn't come in here to discuss Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu. I thought, okay, fine. I thought I was coming here to discuss legalities. I'm Nnamdi Kanu's lead counsel. I'm waiting for you to ask me questions about the injustice being done to Nnamdi Kanu, and you're asking me other questions. I don't think I should address those ones. It's beyond my scope for now.
Okay, thank you very much, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, Kanu's lead counsel. Welcome, and thank you for your time on the AIT report.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, our powerful barrister, for answering them very intelligently, because they will leave what they're supposed to ask and they'll be asking questions that they're not supposed to ask. Besides, they should call Simon Ekpa and interview him. Are they afraid of him? Why are they not giving him attention? Yet, he is the talk of the town. So what is going on is just like Nigeria is afraid of Simon Ekpa. Then let's Biafrans go. You said no. So that brings us to the end of the video, and we urge you to please stay glued with us. Thank you.